Welcome to GoGo's Library. Number 25, Pikachu. Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon, is an electric type Pokemon introduced in Generation 1. It has a gender ratio of 50% male and 50% female. Pikachu stands 1 feet 4 inches or zero point 0.4 meters tall and weighs 13.2 pounds or 6 kilograms. When battled, it yields 2 Speed EV. It evolves from Pichu when leveled up with high friendship and evolves into Raichu when exposed to a Thunderstone. In Alola, Pikachu evolves into Alolan Raichu when exposed to a Thunderstone. Pikachu has 16 alternate forms that fall into four groups: Cosplay Pikachu, Pikachu in a Cap, the Partner Pikachu, and Gigantamax Pikachu. Ordinary Pikachu can Gigantamax into Gigantamax Pikachu if it has the Gigantamax factor. Additionally, many other Pikachu variants have appeared in various media. Cosplay Pikachu, Pikachu in a Cap, the Partner Pikachu, and Pikachu with the Gigantamax factor cannot evolve. The Pikachu you received at the beginning of Pokemon Yellow version will refuse to evolve into Raichu unless it is traded and evolved on another save file. Pikachu is popularly known as the mascot of the Pokemon franchise and one of Nintendo's major mascots. It is also the game mascot and the player's first Pokemon in Pokemon Yellow version, Special Pikachu Edition, and Let's Go Pikachu, as well as in Pokemon Rumble Blast and Pokemon Rumble World, and has made numerous appearances on the covers of spin off games. Biology: Pikachu is a short, chubby rodent Pokemon. It is covered in yellow fur with two horizontal brown stripes on its back. It has a small mouth, long pointed ears with black tips, and brown eyes. Each cheek has a red circle that contains a pouch for electricity storage. It has short forearms with 5 fingers on each paw, and its feet each have 3 toes. At the base of its lightning bolt shaped tail is a patch of brown fur. A female Pikachu has a V shaped notch at the end of its tail, which looks like the top of a heart. Though classified as a quadruped, Pikachu has been known to stand and walk on its hind legs. Pikachu stores electric energy using the small pouches in its cheeks in case it is attacked, so one might feel a small shock if it is touched. These pouches become electrically charged during the night as it sleeps, so a dozy Pikachu may occasionally discharge electricity after waking up. If it does not get enough sleep, it will not be able to release said electricity at its full power. When angered or threatened, Pikachu quickly unleashed the electric energy from his cheeks, which can reach the intensity of a lightning bolt. This also serves as a sign that it is wary and will feel stressed if it is unable to fully release the electricity. Sparks fly for Magnemite, Pikachu is shown to accumulate energy in its glands, which it will need to eject to avoid complications. When several Pikachu form a group, they are capable of causing thunderstorms by building up electricity. If one Pikachu sees another who is weakened and in need of help, he revitalizes it by recharging it with an electric shock. In Alola, a plan was recently announced to help build an electric power plant by gathering many Pikachu. If its cheek sacs are very soft and stretchy, this means that it can generate powerful electricity. As shown in Pokemon Sleep, Pikachu is known to emit electricity through its cheeks while sleeping, perhaps because it is dreaming of firing off electric shots. Pikachu is a curious, playful, and intelligent Pokemon who primarily eats fruits and roasted berries with electricity to make them tender enough to eat. However, it can end up accidentally burning them too much if it underestimates the intensity of its charge, as it has a tendency to blast new things it finds. In the electric tail of Pikachu, it is also depicted eating and sometimes destroying telephone poles, wires, and other electronic equipment. Pikachu raises its tail to monitor its surroundings and bite people who yank it, as it does not like having it pulled. While doing this, its tail is sometimes struck by lightning. Wild Pikachu live in forested areas away from people and with others of its kind in nests as seen in the Pokemon series episode Pikachu's Goodbye. Such forests are dangerous though, as trees there are often struck by lightning. When Pikachu meet, their tails make contact and they exchange electricity through them to greet each other. Relatedly, a plethora of Pikachu, it is shown that Pikachu from Alola are known to greet each other by sniffing one another, rubbing their tails together. In the Pokemon Adventures manga, it is considered exceptionally rare, though it seems to be quite common for Pokemon in other forms of media. Many Pokemon trainers prefer Pikachu's cute appearance over Raichu's, which is why the latter is not commonly seen among them. Because of the popularity of Pikachu themed merchandise, Mimikyu dresses itself as a Pikachu cloth in an effort to look less scary and make friends and appease its loneliness. Unfortunately, its creepy costume only ends up doing the opposite. By occasion, Pikachu can get unintentionally swallowed by Cramorant. When startled, it looks for ways to escape from the latter. Pikachu, along with Pichu and Raichu, is related to Pachirisu. Cosplay Pikachu is always female, has a black heart-shaped spot at the end of its tail, and can be dressed in any of the 5 outfits corresponding to the 5 contest conditions. Cool, beautiful, cute, clever, and tough. Pikachu in a cap is always male and has 8 variants, each wearing one of Ash Ketchum's hats from the Pokemon series. This form of Pikachu is somewhat rare and wears the hat of his partner, who is his trainer. The cap is a bit loose because it is not the right size, but brims with memories of Pikachu and his trainer's first encounter, and it is proof that they have traveled through many regions together. The partner Pikachu is the Pokemon the player starts with in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. It can be either gender and has higher base stats than normal Pikachu. The partner Pikachu is not differentiated from the standard Pikachu in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee's Pokedex and cannot be transferred to other games. As Gigantamax Pikachu, it becomes larger and chubbier, and its tail becomes longer with 3 red clouds floating around it. The Gigantamax phenomenon expands Pikachu's power and forms its massive body and tail. As a result, the might of Gigantamax Pikachu electricity is equal to that of a full power plant. Despite this, it is difficult to use the power in people's homes as it can only remain in this form for a short amount of time. All the electricity it produces in its cheek sacs goes to its tail, enabling it to attack foes in battles with electric jolts as powerful as lightning strikes. Anime appearances. Ash's Pikachu. Ash Ketchum has a Pikachu that he obtained from Professor Oak in Pokemon I Choose You, the first episode of Pokemon the series, which also marked the species' debut. He was the main Pokemon character of the animated series from the original series through Pokemon Journeys, and appeared in almost every non special episode in every Pokemon movie released throughout that point. In the climb to be the very best, he was revealed to be capable of Gigantamaxing. He always remains outside its Pokeball. Pikachu 2. In Mewtwo Strikes Back, Mewtwo cloned Ash's Pikachu. This Pikachu can be distinguished from Ash due to the spikes and the black marks found on its tip of its ears. It is also comparatively more aggressive than Ash's Pikachu and slurs its speech, effects possibly caused by Ash tampering with Mewtwo's cloning machine during the cloning process. It reappeared in the sequel special Mewtwo Returns and the remake movie Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution. Puka. A Pikachu nicknamed Puka was owned by Vector in the Seafoam Islands in the P. Kahuna. This blue-eyed Pikachu saved Ash from drowning by having the ability to sense tidal waves approaching. Sparky. Richie has a Pikachu nicknamed Sparky, who debuted in A Friend Indeed. Sparky, unlike most Pikachu, has a tuft of fur on top of its head, and unlike Ash's Pikachu, has no problem with living inside a Pokeball. Ashichu. Ash was turned into a Pikachu in Hocus Pokemon by a Pokemon magician named Lily. He reverted to his human self at the beginning of the next episode. Cosplay Pikachu. All of the cosplay Pikachu appeared in Lights, Camera, Pika under the ownership of Frank. They reappeared in Hoopa in the Clash of Ages, where they were all summoned by Hoopa as a part of a prank on Ash and his Pikachu. Captain Pikachu. In The Pendant That Starts It All, Part 2, a Pikachu nicknamed Captain Pikachu appeared under the ownership of Freddy. It is capable of terrestrializing into a flying type, as first seen in Pokemon Horizons. In Pikachu's Goodbye, many wild Pikachu appeared and Ash's Pikachu wanted to play with them. Eventually, Ash tries to release him, thinking it'd be best for Pikachu to be with his own kind, but he refused to leave Ash's side. In the Ultimate Test, James used a Pikachu in the Pokemon League admissions exam. It was defeated by the instructor's Graveler. After interfering with a battle Ash was having with the instructor, James later tried to steal his Pikachu, only for it to zap James instead as instructed by the instructor. In Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Team Go Getters Out of the Gate, a Pikachu was kidnapped by a Skarmory. As a result, Team Go Getters set out to rescue him as their first mission. Pikachu provided them with some items in battle. A Mirror World Pikachu appeared in the Cave of Mirrors under the ownership of Mirror Ash. Unlike his regular world counterpart, Mirror Pikachu is a mischievous roughneck. And battling at full volume, Jimmy's Pikachu, nicknamed Spike, was used in a battle against Ash's Pikachu. Since Ash was ill, Serena took his place, unbeknownst to Jimmy and Spike. However, the match was interrupted by Team Rocket, who captured Spike, though he was promptly saved. In Pokemon Emergency, Nurse Joy has multiple Pikachu, all of whom helped Ash's own Pikachu defeat Team Rocket and send them blasting off for the first time. They reappeared in a flashback in Pikachu's Goodbye. In Cooking Up a Sweet Story, Abigail's Pikachu, nicknamed Sugar, went missing prior to the events of the episode. As a result, Ash's Pikachu had to fill in for her so its owner could have the confidence to win a cooking competition. At the end of the episode, Sugar returned, whereupon it was revealed to have evolved into a Raichu. Other appearances: Pokken Tournament. Pikachu is a battle Pokemon in Pokken Tournament. His moveset includes electrical attacks the species uses in the main games, including Thunderbolt, Electro Ball, and Thunder. During Synergy Burst, he can use the burst attack Volt Shock Fist. Several of his attack and victory poses are directly taken from Hayachi and Kazuya's move from the Tekken series. Super Smash Bros. Series. Pikachu has been an integral character in all of the Super Smash Bros. Games, having made its first appearance in 1999 as one of the original fighters chosen to represent the Pokemon world. Small in stature, but quick on its feet, Pikachu quickly established itself as a nimble combatant, relying on speed, agility, and bursts of electric power rather than raw strength. As the Super Smash Bros. Series evolved through Melee, Brawl, Smash for Nintendo 3DS/Wii U, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Pikachu remained a constant presence. While its techniques were redefined and rebalanced over time, its identity never wavered. Signature moves such as Thunder Jolt, Quick Attack, and Thunder became hallmarks of its fighting style, allowing Pikachu to dart across stages, control space, and overwhelm opponents with precise electrical strikes. Detective Pikachu. Detective Pikachu stars as a Pikachu that is capable of speaking the human language, but only the playable character Tim Goodman is capable of hearing him. Much like Meowth from the Pokemon the series, he is incapable of using moves that most Pikachu are capable of using. This Pikachu also really loves to drink coffee. Early on in the game, a regular Pikachu also briefly appears. Trivia. Pikachu and its evolutionary relatives are the only known Pokemon capable of learning the move Volt Tackle. It is also the only known Pokemon capable of using the Z move Catastrophica, as well as the only one who can use the Light Ball item. Pikachu in a cap is the only known Pokemon capable of using the Z move 10 million volt Thunderbolt, but cannot use Catastrophica or Gigantamax. The partner Pikachu is the only known Pokemon capable of learning the moves Zippy Zap, Floaty Fall, and Splishy Splash, as well as the partner power Pika Pow Pow. Gigantamax Pikachu is the only known Pokemon capable of using the G-Max move G-Max Volt Crash. Pikachu and its evolved form both share their category with Rattata, Raticate, Sandshrew, Sandslash, Palmy, and Palmo. They are all known as the Mouse Pokemon. In Generation 8 onwards, Pikachu is capable of learning Surf via TM, when it was previously only obtainable through special means. Pikachu is the only Pokemon that serves as the player's first Pokemon in the core series games that has a pre-evolved form. However, Pichu, its pre-evolved form, does not exist in either game in which it fills this role. Pikachu has the most event-exclusive moves available to it. Pikachu is the only Pokemon with 2 exclusive Z moves. Pikachu and Eevee are the only non-fully evolved Pokemon with exclusive Z moves. The Pikachu family is the only evolutionary family to have access to Mega Evolution, exclusive Z moves, and Gigantamax. Due to the color palette used at the start of the Pokemon Yellow, Pikachu has red cheeks in the Game Boy Color or pink cheeks in the Super Game Boy. However, in this game's normal gameplay, Pikachu has dark orange cheeks instead. In Pokemon Yellow and from Generation 6 to Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, Pikachu uses its animated series cry. Before Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, it was the only Pokemon to do so in the core series games. Its battle cry differs from status or Pokedex screens. The Pikachu received at the beginning of the Pokemon Yellow has unique voice clips in Pokemon Stadium and Stadium 2. From Pokemon Legends Arceus, Pikachu's cry switched to a slightly modified version of its pre-Gen 6 cry. Pikachu is the only core series first partner Pokemon that does not have a 7-to-1 gender ratio. Pokemon Black, White, Black 2, and White 2 are the only core series games in which Pikachu cannot be obtained without transporting it through an event. Pikachu is the only not fully evolved Pokemon whose base stats increase in Generation 6, as well as the only Pokemon to receive more than one stat increase, defense and special defense. Pikachu is the 25th Pokemon in both the National Pokedex and the Alola Pokedex in Pokemon Sun and Moon. In the Japanese Pokemon Stadium, Pikachu is the only usable Pokemon that is not fully evolved. Pikachu is the only Pokemon that can be caught in all three pinball titles: Pokemon Pinball Mini, and Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. According to a sneak peek at Pokemon, Pikachu can deliver a constant current of 1000 amperes. Pikachu is currently represented in the trading card game by more cards than any other Pokemon, with 221 unique cards. The nation of Niue released a $1 coin with its coat of arms on one side and Pikachu on the other to promote the Pokemon franchise. Pikachu has served as the inspiration for naming of several scientific discoveries. In 2008, Japanese researchers discovered a new protein that helps carry electrical impulses from the eyes to the brain and named it Pikachurin. According to them, it was named so for sharing Pikachu's lightning fast moves and shocking electric effects. The spider species Alistria Pikachu was named because Pikachu due to its yellow coloration. On December 11, 2023, Google revealed that Pikachu was the most searched Pokemon in the platform's 25-year history. Origins: Nishida named Pikachu without giving it much thought, and while it wasn't originally intended to be based on a mouse, Game Freak CEO Satoshi Tajiri made the decision to base it on such. During the process of making Pikachu cuter, Nishida added cheek pouch for it to store electricity in. These were inspired by squirrels, which store food in their cheeks. Pikachu's yellow coloration and lightning bolt shaped tail were given to express Pikachu's electrical attributes and make it easier type to recognize and understand. According to Nishida, Pikachu's stripes aren't based on anything in particular and were added to fill the empty space on Pikachu's back. It is always visible during battle. Pikachu's Gigantamax form is a reference to its earlier, more rotund design from Generation 1 and 2. Pikachu is a combination of Pika Pika, it's an onomatopoeia of the word sparkle, and Choo Choo, the sound of a mouse squeaking. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for listening, and as always, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss the next chapter of Go Go's Library.